in the first half. What was said during halftime? Hey, all right.
Flexes the MAGA hat, and laughs and giggles. People were caught off guard. A lot of hypocrisy right there, though. A lot of hypocrisy. And when asked about it, Nick Bosa on Twitter.
What appeared to be a political statement.
I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
I feel like that's weak too, though. Well, I'll get into that in a second. A lot of people are calling it hypocrisy because a similar 49er, a once 49er legend, Colin Kaepernick, got a lot of heat. An insane amount of heat for his stance, kneeling for the national anthem. I don't even need to go down that path of explaining what happened there. But it seems to be an interesting situation where people are calling out the hypocrisy as to what's going on. Nick Bosa's jersey sales jumped up 40,000%. Some ungodly, like it's a really insane number after this event had happened. What is it? 23,455 jerseys were purchased. We're talking about after last night. And there seems to not be a real big problem with this.
Just the easy topic.
Hypocrisy police.
Yeah, this is an easy topic. I wouldn't even call it hypocrisy. This is just time moving on, and maybe this has just been hypocrisy with the entirety of time. But without getting too wokey or whatever, and to make sure this video is monetized still, look, there's been two sides. Unfortunately, there's been two sides, and these sides are so disconnected to a point that it's kind of like, gang, we don't need like the walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck thing. It's so prominent in these two sides. It's like, bro, they're going to believe what they believe no matter what the other side does and vice versa. So there's going to be outcry no matter what the fuck goes on. It's funny with Bosa because he is the incarnate of just like, this nigga probably is bench pressing a tractor trailer right now with a MAGA hat on. Like he is like every he's ironically damn near the stereotype, but it's MAGA Bosa. We've been calling him MAGA Bosa in the NFL community for years. But in general though, like, I mean, to get, I guess, a bit serious, when we're talking about people being hypocritical compared to Kaepernick or really any other political stance taken on by whether it's a black person or anybody that has disagreeing opinions with, I guess, the MAGA voters. I don't know how that would work. Yeah, I mean, of course, the other side's going to call out the shit because they're biased towards the other side and vice versa. So this isn't necessarily anything new. It's just corny when these debates happen in sports. We've already had discussions about whether people are hiding behind Caitlin Clark jerseys, and that has nothing to do with the woman. Like, absolutely nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. But niggas is going to Nasty Man's agenda pushes. Granted, it's election time. People are ready to agenda push on anything, and even if it's sports. So yeah, I don't necessarily find this topic not disinteresting, but it's nothing new. It's something that's been going on for generations. It's going to continue to go on, and it's going to be unfortunate the entire time.
Yeah, I think to me the situation that this definitely brings up is the whole shut up and dribble shit with the NBA. And my thing with that has always been like, y'all aren't being genuine because y'all are only saying this because they're saying shit that y'all disagree with. And this is a key point of, okay, now these athletes are getting political. They are introducing politics into the sport, but because it's something you agree in, but because it's something you agree in, it's cool. Like, this is what's right.
Examples of that already.
Yeah, this is what's right. This is necessary. Newsflash. That's how the left felt about the whole BLM movement when it was happening. This is something right. This is something that should be addressed. All of these different things. So I think my ultimate point is just, hey man, if you about shut up and dribble, really be about it. Yeah, really be about it. Because if you're not, then the issue wasn't about keeping politics out of sport. Is because you had a problem with the specifics that they were saying, the specific politics that they were playing. So don't play dumb in front of my face talking about you don't want politics in sport. You don't want a specific type of politics in sport.
Yeah, you don't want the opposition being represented. Before Omar goes, I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna just say this is nothing. It's never been more prominent than this season. Case in point, two of my favorite players of all time, Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. I don't know if you guys know. Holy shit, B-Souls. When you talk about two players that in like 48 hours, just holy shit 180s on how they're viewed. Bro, this nigga Antonio Brown been calling people like what was it, cracker of the week, cracker of the month, whatever, excuse my language, for like years or ever since, you know what I'm saying? He go to a Trump rally. Oh yeah, that's our guy. That's our guy. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's just a matter of politics lining up. People have 180 on the other side, just so you guys don't think I'm potentially being biased here. I love Le'Veon Bell is probably my favorite running back of all time. The amount of people that, because of his political view, instantly, oh, no, fuck this guy. It's like, holy shit. I'm not saying that politics can't even potentially introduce the morals of a person. Nobody's saying that. But we're talking about politics in sports, and I have to triple down agree. Yeah, the issue of politics in sports is that you guys just want only your agenda to be presented. You don't want the other agenda to be represented in any way, shape, or form. It's so crazy, especially with them two, how like just overnight the narrative around them changed drastically because of political views, whether for right or wrong. That's up to you. But man, like it is 100% opposition is not allowed. Like just get your shit off and move on or whatever, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have anybody having a stance. Like I really don't. Be ready for the criticism, the backlash, the pushback, the civilized conversation, the uncivilized conversation, to be able to elaborate about your points. Now, if you say something totally wild, I don't want to hear that. There was a lot of comparisons about these situations in this whole, Trump, MAGA, all these different things, versus what like people were so mad about back in the pandemic days or when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, and they were mad that like, the NFL put in racism in the end zone. Like, like I think that's like too.
Yeah, like that's some shit I will stand on right now and be like, all right, fuck you. like any person that's mad at that.
That's weird.
Yo, B-Souls, this season you've been getting into more different sports, right?
I definitely have, and Prize Picks, our favorite daily fantasy sports app, and the sponsor of this video, has been helping me get into these other sports as well. The great thing about Prize Picks is that it offers weekly promotions. So on Thursdays, I'm making NBA picks because that's primetime NBA basketball time. On Sunday, football is on, so I'm making picks then. The app is just really fun. It's easy to use, and we're gonna show you how to make lineups right now. So LeBron and the Lakers are about to play the Bucks. It is just a preseason game, so I'm gonna go less honest points for this game. And today, I feel like Zach Edey is gonna make a statement game. He's gonna get more than 9 points.
And since you've been getting into football, let me tell you about my MVP dual threat sleeper, Jaden Daniels. I'm taking more on his yards any and every time I get.
Let's go ahead and put $12 on this lineup right here. Click submit lineup, and boom, that is how you make a lineup on Prize Picks.
Go to prizepicks.com and use code LKIAB to receive a guaranteed $50 once you play $5 in lineups.
And shout out to Prize Picks again for sponsoring this video. That is once again code LKIAB. And back to the video.
But like I don't care if you are a supporter of Donald Trump and you do these things like that. I don't care if you're a supporter of Kamala Harris and you do these things like that. I'm gonna, based off of what you say and how you say it and all this, I'm gonna take what you say and move accordingly for me personally. But I don't care if you use your opinion in your platform and say it. The only thing that I really have an issue with is how Nick Bosa went about it. So when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, first of all, it was very subtle. It wasn't taken away from anything going on from the game or anything like that. He was kneeling, and he had to do it for some time before it even became like an issue, right? And then once asked about it, he elaborated. He told exactly what the issue was from him kneeling and why he was doing it and what it represented. Nick Bosa is been a MAGA guy for years now, right? How long has Nick Bosa been in the league?
I don't know exactly, but I know we've been calling him MAGA Bosa for a long time.
He's been a MAGA guy. He's 27. Oh yeah, so he was definitely in the league when the first go around. But he's 27 and he's been a MAGA guy for a long time. He has yet to talk about any of these things that are his plight. if you gonna stand on it, stand on business for real, for real. Stand on business. You didn't do all this back in 2020. I think 2020. I know you only played 2 games, but you wasn't so gung ho and ready to talk about it. And even when asked about it in this interview, there's a time to talk about it, and we'll get to it. Da 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 da.
We are a week away, gang.
We're a week away. Yeah, we're a week away for you to get off your point.
Like now is the
It's honestly too late. It's honestly too late. They already voted, buddy.
That's funny. But yeah, we're a week away. Like, this is your time to get it off. And I feel like the only way that you will get it off is if Trump wins. Like, that's when you'll get empowered. And that's weak to me. Like, if you believe something,
you're a front runner.
Yeah, you're a front runner. If you don't feel like they should be making kids trans in elementary school or whatever the case may be, say it. Like, say it. Don't wait till he wins so you can, and then you get your approval from your guy, and then you go out to his boathouse or whatever the case may be. But if he loses, you're gonna shut the fuck up like you did in 2020. You're just gonna shut the fuck up. That shit weird. That shit is something. MJ was right, man. It take a man to talk when he down. When he up, that's easy. But when it's tied, and when you down, it take a real man to talk. That shit was corny, gang.
Yeah,
it's just so interesting to me when I see like just political hypocrisy on both sides, because the political dudes from what I've seen just they just go hard. Like they're really passionate about the things that they do. But it's just funny when we get these gotchas off. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, for the record, nobody up here claims to be this deep woke politician, but we're discussing when,
and it is rare when we talk about politics, by the way.
Yeah. It's just when people and athletes or whatever want to talk about politics. I have the hot take that's fine. You can talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. Some things, Omar believes in gatekeeping that shit. I don't. But at the end of the day, like, just stand on business. I think we all think that. Just stand on business. I
think everybody can talk. Like, I will want you to talk. When you get proven as to why you're stupid, just know people are gonna put you in a box. And I'm not even necessarily saying Nick Bosa is stupid. I don't know, because he won't talk. But yeah, when people call you out, talk about the inconsistencies, try to approach you with a new perspective, try to give you something different, that's on both sides of the aisle. Then, be receptive to that. But when you get out here, and it's more political content, I know we're all consuming it because it's just in our faces. When we see these little TikToks or the Jubilee middle grounds and all this, and they're forced to stand on their opinion, and it's falling apart. It's like, whoa. And that's really my hot take. Like, it is so hard. If I was unaware, and I might be like intentionally unaware during this election season. If I was unaware, it would be so hard for me to get aware because there's so much bullshit out there. It's too much.
I will say this week I've definitely felt election season. Like, the marketing is just podcasts left and right. Twitter too specifically, because it's what I use for keeping up with shit. Boy, these ads, and we know how Elon rock too. I literally can't avoid it, bro. Like, this shit is so fucking annoying, bro. I seen Auburn Preach do a video today because of all the podcast appearances that Kamala and Donald Trump have been doing. Mm-hmm. It's definitely an interesting video because essentially one of their main points was, independent journalism was supposed to be independent journalism, but now y'all are literally getting paid by government officials to promote whatever they're promoting, and things have just flipped. Like, honestly, a lot of this applies to NBA media as well. We did all of this to combat mainstream media. We did all of this to beat ESPN, be a better platform, just to become the exact same motherfuckers. We just swear a little bit more. We can, we're just more technologically advanced, all these different things. But
I think the scariest part to close it out too is that in these things, sometimes the blind can follow the blind. If you had to make an argument for why politics and sports should be abolished or whatever, just to introduce a devil's advocate thing, is because some people will just go, oh shit, LeBron voting for Miss Harris, GG's, like without any research into it. Le'Veon Bell is going for Trump, GG's, and I think it's unfortunate how like accessible this is, like the pros and cons of the internet. How accessible anybody's opinion and take is, and how some people can just straight up celebrity praise diff vote anywhere they want. So it's always going to be a sore subject. Comment below, seriously, if you think politics in your sports is fine or whatever. I personally think everybody can talk, but it's just, hey man, niggas got to stand on business and be willing to expose yourself, whether it's a good, bad, or whatever. Apparently, there's no good or bad. It's literally two sides that just will never get along, in my opinion.
I'm so glad I'm going out of the country, so I don't get any more texts. Dog, I'm tired of the texts. I am so tired of the, and I be thinking.
Oh, you talking about the political text?
The political text, the political calls. I am so tired of the political texts and political calls. And I will say this too, like because me and my girlfriend just moved into this house, the amount of mail that we get is different than my mom's house. So like, and I told you I live close to my mom, so I'll go over there like from time to time to get the mail or something like that. Take the trash to the corner and pick up something. When I look at the mail that we get, the 1 or 2 ads, and then go in her mailbox, and the whole mailbox is ads.
Oh my God.
And it's on like polar opposites. But when I say the whole mailbox, my mom don't get the mail every day. Like if she comes, she works, she might come home late. She might do 2, maybe 3 days between the times she gets mail. It's not every day. It's definitely like every other day at the like consistency. When I tell you that shit looked like a stack of index cards of just political ads.
Yeah, it's a DC guy. He ain't safe up there either. I relate to fucking Georgia. Yeah. It's bad. It's bad.
Y'all signs on the side of the road is too close together. I can't even read it. Who am I supposed to be voting for?
There's someone in my neighborhood with their signs is just knocked down and they don't even know it. They don't even know it. They like their shit has just been down for like, I'm like, oh, where'd the sign go? Oh well.
Yeah,
I seen a house this weekend that was all like maggot out. The house right next to it has a Kamala sign. I'm like, damn. This dynamic gotta be interesting.
so y'all think
right next to each other.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on there?
Okay.
Nah, that shit's crazy, man. At the end of the day, yeah, man, just get if you're gonna get your shit off, get your shit off. Like, no, halfway get your shit off. Pause me.
Oh my goodness.